everybody. This is Marie, and welcome to Marie's Chatty Tarot. And today we're going to be talking about the food processing plants or industry. So before we get started, please feel free to share, like, and subscribe. And for those interested, today I am going to be using the Astro Matrix Tarot deck. There we go. So now that's out of the way. So the reason why I wanted to chat about it is because for the last few months there has been articles, and maybe it hasn't covered as much in the news media, but there has been plenty of local articles stating that food processing plants have been destroyed or being caught on fire, especially here in the US. Now, I know it occurred in France as well, but for the sake of this reading, we're going to focus everything here in America. And for those who are not familiar, what's a food processing plant, or a food processing plant is basically, or industry, it basically involves turning raw ingredients into food and drink for human consumption. At least that's what the internet says. So a lot of big first world countries, they use food processing plants to process their food, because once it's out of the farm, they usually send it to the processing center to be processed, to be packaged, and so forth. So for the last few months, many of those plants have been caught on fire. And when I was doing some research about it, just like basic stuff, in July of 2022, the list of American food processing center that were destroyed were like 98. And then by September of this year, 2022, the list went up further to 103. And now, if anybody either works or knows somebody that works in the food processing industry, I would really be happy to hear your comment below. So I want to do a quick look to see what does the cards wants to share about the food processing, those fires. What's going on there? Because it's very suspicious that 103 fires, those plants got caught on fire by accident. Is it done? I mean, I feel like it's been done on purpose. Now, I don't know, because I haven't heard any investigation or any conclusion from those investigations, so I'm not sure. But it's highly suspicious that, you know, among everything that's been going on right now with the pandemic, with the cure, and so much in between, that now you're hearing, you know, of fires that's targeting the food industry, especially if a lot of people depends on that food, because not a lot of people have acres of land to have their own garden. I know some people are exploring that possibility, but right now a lot of people are dependent on the food processing industry plant to get their food. So let's see what the cards wants to say about, you know, what's causing those fires. Okay. What's causing those fires? Okay, feels good. Let's do this. Nine of Cards accidentally came up, so I guess it wanted to say something, so let's go with that. Nine of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Queen of Wands in the background. The Chariot in the present. The Eight of Pentacles as a future outcome. The Hierophant as clarification. And the the Knight of Wands as clarification. I'm just going to push it down a little bit more. Okay, this is such an interesting spread, you guys. So the first card is the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is, you see this in this particular deck is this lady. She's sitting down, looking very happy, very pleased with herself. So the Nine of Cups is a wishful card or desire, having your wish come through, having your desire manifest, and being emotionally satisfied with those Nine of Cups. So all your dreams come true, everything is lining up for you, and everything is working in your favor, and you are immensely satisfied with what's happening, so much so that you're comfy, you're sitting down, and you're happy. So this desire card is telling me that us people as a collective, we want things to change with that Ace of Pentacles that's showing up to represent the situation. So the Ace of Pentacles is that we are looking for a new beginning as a nation, as a country, as a movement, we want a new beginning, something close to nature, something more maybe could be local. Now all pentacles is about resources, is about what is tangible. So since we're asking about food, this could be, it's tangible, it's resources, it's food. And we want something. It's as if the universe is trying to say, the collective, we have this wish of going close to nature, and we want something that is closer to the earth, like buying directly from the farmer, as opposed to buying from a distributor or from a box store. So it's as if, we are being presented with the opportunity. So it's not answering the questions about the fires per se, but it's saying as if the universe is giving us an opportunity to seek out a new beginning, to seek out different answers, a different way of doing things. And as if in that different way, the hint is that doing it, doing something more local, or planting a garden yourself, or supporting local farms, or co-ops, or urban farms, something of that nature. So we're being presented an opportunity to do something different. So that's interesting. Now in the past, the Queen of Wands has showed up. So I guess for a while now, us as a culture, we've been, maybe during the pandemic, or maybe during that time, a lot of people have been doing research. So right now, a lot of people have awakened, because this card, the Queen of Wands, is event, is fire, is inspiration, is motivation, what drives you. And it's interesting that it's the Queen of Wands that showed up. It's not the page, it's not the Knight. So there's a degree, a level, a high level of uh, passion, authenticity. A lot of people are looking for uh, something more authentic, something more close to the earth, something more natural, something more, you know, that has vitality connect to it. And we know a lot of the food that we eat right now does not exactly have the nutrients that people are looking for. So something are looking some everybody, a lot of people right now are looking for something that sustains them, food that sustains them, gives them the nutrients that they're looking for, something more authentic. So I guess for a while now, people's consciousness have been developed to the level of that of the queen. Um, and to intuitively, I guess everybody felt that there's this need, push for change, you know, of needing something more authentic, better. So there's just been this motivation. So maybe people have not been voicing it out loud as much, but I think on an intuitive level, people have felt this push, you know, that yes, maybe we should uh, uh, get closer to the land, plant some food, have a local garden, or uh, uh, get your food directly from the farmer. I think the pandemic, the lockdown has, have showed that we've been dependent of those stores maybe too much. So I think that's what this card is referring to. Now, the chariot is the card represent the present, and the chariot usually is a victorious gentleman leaving behind comfort and about to embark on a new adventure. And as if in this particular situation, the fact that the a trump card is showing up, a major arcana, this card represents traveling fast. We're fastly moving away from a particular, away from the food processing industry, so to speak, and people are moving away from this, seeking something else, seeking maybe something local, seeking maybe a different alternative. So it's gonna take a while uh, for people to either come to the realization of this, or because the trump card, the chariot, uh, it's over. It's gonna take place. This move from uh, food processing to something more natural. It's a process. It's gonna take a few months. It might take a few years, because the chariot, the the chariot is a major arcana. They move a little bit slowly. You're gonna see the result not immediately, but over time, over a period of time, it's gonna manifest. It's gonna show up. So we're uh, moving away from uh, you know those type of diets, food processing thing, and we're moving away from this slowly, surely, but we are heading into something more closer to the earth with this Eight of Pentacles. So Eight of Pentacles, you see this lady, she is perfecting her craft. She is very close to the earth. She's doing it herself. So as if the card is trying to tell us that, we're not going to depend in the future. Maybe we're not going to depend too much on um, a food processing plant or food processing industry in general. We're gonna want to do things ourselves. We're gonna want to connect to the earth, uh, and produce our own food, produce our own material, produce our own clothes, produce our own, uh, uh, you know, do our own butchering, do our own uh, uh, recipes, or cook our own pies or whatever to that nature. So it looks like we're not going to depend um, too much of the food processing industry. And if there is food processing industry, it might be something local, something where everybody has can keep an eye on to make sure that they're on the up and up. So everybody's going to be either local, the food processing industry, or it's going to be people who are going to be hands-on, be in control of their life, of their food. So that's wow. And to further emphasize it with the Hierophant, so these are the two clarification cards. The Hierophant is telling me that, everybody has come to this realization, to this knowing, maybe during the lockdown, that, yeah, again, that, maybe we depend too much on these industries of these people. Maybe we need to uh, do things ourselves. And then with that Knight of Wands. So the wand is, again, event, passion, inspiration, what moves you, right? And what moves, so again, a movement card. So we're gonna move um, slowly but surely. But at this point, with the fact that there's all those plants being burned down, we're gonna seek out alternatives very fast, in order uh, to be independent, in order to be self-sufficient. So that's such a beautiful card. Uh, sometimes the cards don't answer you the way you're expecting. So I'm putting two more cards, and this card is Four of Wands. You know, uh, with that Four of Wands, you see at the end, once you reach that threshold, you get into celebration, safety, happiness. So it looks like things might be a little dicey for the next few months because, as those plants uh, 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 burns down, we may not feel the effects right now, but maybe over time you're gonna feel either shortage or some lacking or some discomfort. But over time we will adjust and we will be better for it because we will be stronger that way. And then, with that hang one, you see this gentleman. This is a card of there's gonna be a slight period of discomfort. Uh, I don't see that you're gonna not have access to coffee or anything, but maybe not the brand of coffee that you're looking for. You just have to hang in there. So where, the hang in there card is as if, just be a little patient as we're transitioning from this phase, so to speak. It's also a card of discomfort, slight discomfort. Is going to be a card of, you're gonna have to use this time to look at things a different way. Maybe maybe you don't need this item anymore. Maybe you can substitute another item, you know. So that's interesting that, yes, things are going to get better. In the meanwhile, you're just going to have to hang in there uh, and look at different ways uh, to make it work for you. While, some items are not going to be on the shelves anymore, seek out your local farm, seek out a co-op, or start a new garden. You know, just be patient, but things are gonna get better. So that's the message ultimately. So that's such a beautiful. That's beautiful, and I hope this has been helpful to everybody. Thank you for sticking with me to the end of this video. Again, please feel free to share, like, subscribe. Thank you so much. I appreciate my viewers. And I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.